Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And when I tell y'all I'm still stranded, baby, I'm still in New Orleans. New Orleans, baby. I'm still here. Um, we decided to extend our stay an additional day um, because of the possibility of running into, you know, flooded roads going back home. So we decided to stay, which I'm okay with it, y'all. Girl, this is the thing. I'm trying to tell y'all. We ain't got no man, we ain't got no kids, we ain't got no dogs, no cats, no fish, no snakes, no pets, no nothing. Girl, you kind of just go with the flow. Girl, I'm really a go with the flow type of boy. I really am. Like, girl, if you want to stay, we can stay. If you want to go home, we can go home. I mean, girl, I'm okay either way, honestly. The only thing was, okay, so let's get, you know what? Okay, we're gonna get into some things. So as much as I complain about my apartment, y'all already know I have my grievances with my apartment complex. I am ready to move. I have already started looking at apartments. Girl, my lease not up no time soon, but girl, I'm already looking at apartments. Um, because my goal is to move when this lease is up. Even if I don't move out of the city nor state, I still want to move to a different apartment. Um, but so I was a little concerned about whether or not I had electricity. I didn't know what was going on. I knew my sister did not have power. So I went to the community wall um, for where I live, and I saw people. I was hoping to see if people were going to post whether or not we had electricity. And so, based off of some of the comments, I came to the conclusion that we probably did have electricity. And so, I told my sister, because I know my sister and my brother-in-law and my nieces were probably over because they were at their home. Girl, sitting in the dark. Okay, girl, right along with everybody else in Houston. Okay. So I told my sister, I was like, "Hey, girl," I was like, "I think I have electricity at my apartment." I was like, "I'm not sure because I'm not there, but based off of the comments on the community wall, I feel like we do." And so, um, I was like, "You can go out there. They don't live, they don't live like close to me, but they don't live far, far, but they don't live close. They don't live close either." Okay, so I was like, "Girl, y'all can drive out there and see, and of course, y'all can just stay at my apartment, girl." And so they drove out, and when I tell y'all we have electricity, girl, we have electricity. Isn't that crazy? For the girls and boys who have been with me for a minute, especially since I moved into my apartment, one of the issues that I used to always come on here and talk about was the fact that I would have an outage at least once every 2 months. I did not understand it. I kind of chalked it to the area that I live in. It's kind of like a party area. It's a lot of clubs, bars, all that mess. So I just assumed that sometimes the girls, girl, no shade. I just kind of assumed that the girls was drunk, leaving the club, ran into a light pole, and the power went out. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I haven't had an outage in a minute. So I just think it's something to think about that now that I'm wanting to move, right? That all of the from what I understand, a lot of the apartments are not I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of the apartments around us don't have electricity, but my apartment complex is the only one that does. Isn't that insane? So, anyways, they went out last night to my apartment and she was like, "Oh yeah, you do have power." So they've been in my apartment since last night. I don't have any internet. Which girl, girl, we need the internet. But if we can't have it, I mean, we don't have it. We just don't have it. But they let I mean, a lot of people don't have internet right now, so it's just not um me. But I am one of the lucky ones in Houston to still have electricity. You know, you can't do anything about Mother Nature. Girl, when she come through, girl, she come in, girl, knocking pictures off the wall, baby. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna come through, she gonna come through, she gonna bust down. Girl, she knucking and she bucking and ready to fight. She doing all of that, right? Girl, I don't fight, I don't argue. I just hit y'all, girl, with a little hurricane. Category 1, category 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um, but I was having a conversation with my sister last night. And I was just like, it makes no sense because while I understand that Mother Nature is Mother Nature and she's going to always do her thing, uh, it always feels like Houston is never prepared. But I get that when she come through, if she knocked down a light pole, she knocked down a light pole. If she knocked down the wires, she knocked down the wires, right? But it always feels, it's just a feeling, right? That anytime we have something major happen in Houston, it's like they don't want to do anything about it or they don't want to start to prepare for it until the day after it happens. It's too late now. It's too late. And I think that kind of starts to, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that starts to kind of go into the lane of making sure that you have the right people in office, right? You have to vote in your state and local elections, you know, um, because it just makes absolutely no sense. It really doesn't. And, I'm not trying to, you know, put fear in anyone. That's not what I'm trying to do. But for the girls who don't know, Houston is hot as hell. So when you really sit back and think about what's going on now, girl, you have it, girl. I think there was a heat advisory at one point. Let me see what the weather is in Houston right now. Right now it says it's 89 and it's cloudy. It's 12:32 p.m. So 3 p.m. Okay, so 1 p.m. it says it's going to be 89, then 2 p.m. 90, 3 p.m. 91, 4 p.m. 92, 5 p.m. 92, 6 p.m. 91 degrees, 7 p.m. 90 degrees, 8 p.m. 88, right? So you have people in Houston, Texas with no electricity. You have people in Houston, Texas that have medication that has to remain cool. You have people in Houston, Texas who are about to be sitting in 90 something degree weather in the heat. That's a mess. That is an absolute disaster. It really, really is. I just hope that everybody is doing okay, you know, doing the best that they can do. Um, I wish I had a place big enough for everybody. But girl, I just got a little 1 bedroom, 600 some square feet, honey. Okay. I hope, I did read on the positive side, I did read that that the electricity should be on for at least most, from what I understand, by tomorrow. So hopefully it's on today. Okay. That would be even better. But I did read that the plan is to have it up by tomorrow. I don't know about the internet, which I know a lot of people really need, especially if you have one of like my sister, she works. That's how my sister work now. You got my sister got a job, baby. She's a working woman again, honey. So she can work from home, but she needs the internet to work from home. Okay, girl, like I know if ands buts about it. So that's why she was kind of frustrated a little bit. She was like, I need to work, right? Um, so yeah, and then shout out to, girl, on some real stuff. Girl, shout out to the people who work at the grocery stores. Remember when Hurricane Harvey hit, right? Girl, if it wasn't for the people working at the grocery stores, girl, we would have been up, girl. Like my mama used to say, girl, you would have been up a shit. I'm in a creek. What she used to say? You gonna be up a shit creek without a paddle. Hello, because if it wasn't for the people at the grocery store checking us out, opening those grocery store doors, baby. So shout out to the people who, at the grocery stores, the convenience stores, making sure the people are okay. Don't go in there giving them people no goddamn attitude either. Okay, just go in there, get your groceries, say thank you for being here, thank you so much for opening, thank you for checking us out, thank you, and go get out the store. Hmm. But yeah, I'm still in New Orleans, girl. Girl, I ain't slept with nobody, believe it or not. Girl, I bet y'all like, where did that come from? Okay, girl, I ain't slept with nobody, girl. I ain't slept with nobody's man. Girl, girl, I ain't slept with nobody's man. Not yet, honey. No, but for real, I hope everybody is okay. Um, Again, I just want Houston, I want Texas to do better when it comes to being prepared for these situations. Again, like I said, girl, you can't stop Mother Nature from doing what Mother Nature gonna do. But that has nothing to do with you being prepared as much as you can be. And I don't really think that these people be prepared. I think they just think like, oh, it'll never be cold, right? Which is in comparison to like a New York, right? It don't be cold. That's why I tell a joke that whenever I want to like wear my coats, girl, I go to DC or New York. Where I know if I wear this big old coat, the girls won't look at me crazy because girl, it's 20 degrees outside, it's 30 degrees outside, right? Um, but it's always like it's better to be prepared than not to be. And I always feel like Houston, Texas, is always on the not girl not to be. Girl, y'all ain't never got y'all shit together. Damn. Um, yeah, but hopefully everyone is doing as great as they can at this time. Hopefully, the electricity is on today, right now. If not, no later than tomorrow. That's what I've been reading. At least I'm not saying for everybody, but I read that I think they want the plan is to have the majority of people with electricity by tomorrow. Um, and then, again, if I make it home tomorrow, y'all go back to seeing this space. I ain't got no ring light, y'all. I ain't girl. I've been trying to set up the camera. Girl, it's falling, so we just gonna do it this way. And like I said, girl, the message is still the same. You just can't see this. You just can't see this face. But the message, the dramatics, girl, the way I deliver the tea, girl, it's still the same. Okay, girl. Let's get into this mess because I want to talk about Simon and Porsha in future. Okay. Baby, listen to this. So this is according to InTouchWeekly.com. So rapper Future dragged into RHOA star Porsha Williams' bitter divorce with Simon Guobadia. So Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams' estranged husband Simon Guobadia demanded she answer several questions under oath as part of their ongoing divorce. In Touch can exclusively reveal Simon 60 fired off a list of questions he wanted Porsha 43 to answer. He asked her to admit or deny that their prenup was unfair and unreasonable. In addition, he asked her to admit or deny that she married the respondent for his money. Well, girl, she didn't marry you for your good looks. The girls. The girls will start playing dumb. The girls. Girl, look, can we just call it for what it is? We know that Simon, you didn't marry Portia due to her intellect, and we know that Portia didn't marry Simon because he looks like Idris Elba. Okay, so we're not gonna play this game. Girl, everybody got what they wanted. You got your trophy wife, and girl, she got a little, girl, she got a little access to the money. Hey, shout out to Sweet Tea. I was about to call that lady Sweet Tooth. Shout out to Erica De Niro TV. Girl, shout out to Sweet Tea, girl. Girl, what's good about being engaged? Girl, you get a little access to the money. Yes. This nice, right? So Portia got a little access to the money. And then Simon got his new wife, his new trophy wife, and he also got access to a little bit of fame, right? Anyway, so other questions included asking her to admit or deny she filed for divorce without telling him. I mean, 'cause she got that move from her ex-husband Cordell. Whether she cheated on him during the marriage or whether she was sexually intimate with another person during their union. He asked Portia to admit or deny that she was never in love with him. Girl, what you think? What y'all think? Y'all think Portia was in love with Simon? Simon, were you in love with Porsha? Because the way you get him in and get him out, no tea, no shade. Girl, every time we look up Simon, you got a new wife. They say I think Porsha is either Simon's fourth wife or fifth wife. Simon also asked Porsha to answer what was your understanding of the reasons why your husband paid you a 5-figure monthly allowance during the marriage. Porsha is slow. Unless unless Porsha gonna tell me she was getting $99,000 a month from Simon, and even then she's still slow. You really quit your job to go get a 5-figure monthly allowance. I guarantee you, whatever allowance he was giving you, it wasn't more than what you was making down to Bravo. I bet you that much. I dare somebody to tell me that they think that the money that Simon was giving Porsha was more than what she was making um, down at Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hmm. Anyway, Simon asked her to explain the nature of her relationship with a man named Kelvin, her ex Dennis McKinney, and another man named Jonathan. His request also asks explain the nature of your relationship with the Navadias, Damon Cash, professionally known as Future. Girl, when I tell you, baby, he done called this girl a hoe without calling her a hoe. Girl, he just linked this lady to. Girl, he just linked this lady to 4 different men in 5 seconds. Girl, what's your name? Girl, I need you to explain your relationship with a man named Kelvin. I need you to explain your situation with Dennis. That's her baby daddy. I need you to explain your situation with Jonathan, and I need you to explain your situation with Future. Ooh, girl, no. Mm. Simon did not expand on the question or his reasons for asking. Sources close to the reality star tell In Touch Porsha does not know Future. Girl, like she ain't no Arquette. Let me shut up. As In Touch previously reported, Porsha filed for divorce in February after 15 months of marriage. Girl, it was not 15 months. Girl, Simon let it be known. You know, Porsha. You know, girl, y'all know Porsha do not. Girl, y'all know Porsha think it's 265 days in a year. She thinks that what was it? 3 weeks was what did she say? She thought that six was it? She thought that what was she thought a month and a half was 3 weeks. Remember she said something like that on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we know Porsha, her timing is off when it comes to numbers. Simon said they were actually married for 14 months. It didn't quite hit the 15-month mark. Um, and the reason why I think he wanted us to know that is because I think that the prenup they had in place that I guess Porsha would receive whatever she was going to receive if they were married for at least 15 months. Porsha thought that she was fouling um, at that 15-month time frame, but it was actually 14 months and some change. Okay. Um. Anyways, girl, and then y'all already know she demanded Simon vacate the $7 million mansion they shared while married. Girl, I'm not trying to say this just because it's Porsha. I'm really not. I would say this if it was anybody. Girl, y'all were married for only 14 months and some change. At that point, y'all nobody has invested that much. It's one thing if you told me, girl, we were together for 20 years and then we got married for a year and some months and then we got a divorce, and I would be like, okay, girl, that's different. But girl, we already know that the story that they told was they were dating for 30 days and then they got engaged and then they got married. Like y'all didn't even have that much investment in your relationship for Porsha to be wanting something from Simon to be wanting something from Porsha. Girl, just call it a day and go on by y'all business. But see, this is what happens when you get two scammers, two stunt queens together. Girl, y'all ain't got no kids. Y'all ain't got no businesses together. Like, girl, just okay, girl. Girl, at this point, girl, as far as I can see it, girl, y'all was just boyfriend and girlfriend. Girl, y'all broke up. Gone by y'all business. Anyways, child. With Porsha, girl, you wanted them. You got them. That's what you want, honey. When I tell you Simon is swinging peach juice every which way but loose. Mm! That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. I need to know what's going on with Future, though. I need to know what's going on with Future. Mm! All right. I'm not even gonna go deep into the story. But yesterday we talked about Kenya. And what did I say? I said, watch B. Scott is probably gonna come out with a story now that the neighborhood talk has come out with the story. So the story was that Kenya has never been officially fired from Bravo, or was not fired from the show. And let me just go to the headline. I don't want to be out here lying on the people. Let me just go to the headline. Okay. So the headline read yesterday in my video, not so fast. Sources close to Bravo claim Kenya hasn't been fired and network hasn't officially accused her of RP. And so after we talked about that, I was like, B. Scott probably gonna come out with a story afterwards. Girl, saying that it wasn't true. Well, girl, he came out with they came out with a story, and he basically were letting us know that allegedly Phaedra is in talks to coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that Cynthia has been filming more scenes. Girl, so I guess that was his way of letting us know that, girl, regardless of what they're saying, Kenya's not coming back, and that Phaedra is in talk. Like, can I just say something, y'all? Girl, I know y'all going for Phaedra. I know y'all going for Phaedra. What? Do y'all really want to see Phaedra back on Real Housewives of Atlanta? Because if you really and truly are a Phaedra fan, then you would know that Phaedra is on Married to Medicine. And no one who watched last season, which was Phaedra's first season on Married to Medicine, came out of the season thinking that Phaedra was that girl. Everyone questioned, why is Phaedra on this show? What is Phaedra doing? Phaedra is not bringing anything. So, based off of her performance on the last season of Married to Medicine, what makes you think that if she comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, what you think she's gonna bring? I can tell you what she's gonna bring. It's gonna be freaking frack all over again. It's gonna be her just making shady comments in the confessional. You still not gonna know her business, girl. You still not gonna know anything that has to do with her love life. She might throw a party for her kids, and then that's it. That's honestly it. So again, based off of what you saw on Married to Medicine, what's going to be different if she came back to Real Housewives of Atlanta? And what? Why? Phaedra has to be. If that is true, Phaedra has to be loved at Bravo. Girl, y'all really would have Phaedra on Married to Medicine, not doing nothing, collecting a check, going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and let's just call a thing a thing. The only reason why most people wanted Phaedra back on the show was to see the aftermath of all the mess that went down with the whole accusations of the sex dungeon and all that. Which also brings me to, it is so weird to me how you could have someone like Kenya Moore who has been accused of doing what she allegedly did with really no proof, but then you would invite Phaedra, who was a part of a lie accusing someone of R, but you would still make sure she's employed by not one but two different shows. And y'all want to convince me that the people at Bravo really do care about accusations, allegations, RP, girl, the R, SA. Do y'all really want to? Y'all trying to convince me that that's the truth? And again, you got Ariana over there, who, girl, is America's next sweetheart, who got jobs on top of jobs on top of jobs. But every time I look up Ariana booking, it's booked and busy on the cover of a magazine, in a commercial, girl, on Broadway, but has a whole lawsuit out against her from Rachel saying that she engaged in RP. Girl, girl, boo. Girl, boo. Anyways, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. B Scott, girl, you some nasty work. girl, girl, when I tell you, girl, when I tell you they got their foot on Kenya's neck, I don't know what happened between B Scott and Kenya, but it's clearly something. I knew that B Scott was coming out with some type of article as soon as the neighborhood talk reported what they reported. And I think it was probably like a few hours later. I said, this is absolutely insane. I mean, I love B Scott, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, excuse me. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on. Girl, girl, I'm not done. Girl, this season is gonna be a mess. I'm really rooting for RHOA because you know that's my baby. I sound like Claudia and Nene. Girl, that's my baby. But at this point, girl, it's like, girl, y'all are really just scrambling to kind of just like, girl, y'all say Cynthia's shooting more scenes. Y'all got Phaedra supposedly in talks of coming back. I don't know if I believe that, honestly. I just don't see them bringing Phaedra from Married to Medicine. They already let us know that Phaedra was in a 3-year contract with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, I have never produced a show. I'm not an executive producer. I don't work in casting, but I really would like to know who, when they sit in these meetings and they have these conversations. You know what it is? It's not what you know. It's who you know. It's not, girl. Your Phaedra is liked clearly by the network. Um, because there would be no reason. Like the reality is, no one wanted to see Phaedra on Married to Medicine. Who ever said that? Nobody ever said that. We wanted to see Phaedra on Real Housewives of Atlanta because we were being messy. And even though we know that it was serious accusations, allegations being thrown around, we still wanted to see the aftermath of the whole Candy and Phaedra situation. That's what the people wanted to see, right? You ain't never heard nobody say bring Phaedra down to Married to Medicine, and then they put her on Married to Medicine, and then she flops. And then supposedly they're in talks to bring Phaedra back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. To wed, to do wed, to scrunch up her face, to just sit in the confessional and just say shady stuff. That's it. Because she swore up and down she was dating a doctor just for her to get on Married to Medicine, and all of a sudden they broke up. What? Okay. Now we see now we got an emoji over his face. I said, girl. And again, the real Phaedra fans, if you really are a fan of Phaedra, you should be a fan of Phaedra no matter where she goes. It's kind of like the girls who swore up and down they love Monique, but as soon as Monique got her own show, y'all didn't even go follow Monique, girl, to Potomac. I mean, to down to the Love and Marriage, DC. But y'all swore up and down y'all love Monique, and Monique was so entertaining. We want Monique back on Housewives. The personality in the person doesn't change. It doesn't matter if Monique is on Housewives. It doesn't matter if Monique is on Love and Marriage DC. It doesn't matter if Monique is on Basketball Wives. The person is the person. The personality is the personality. If you go up for the girl, you go up for the girl. My girl Kenya could be on Basketball Wives. Girl, she could be shooting Ultimate Girls Trip with Ramona and the other white girls. Girl, Miss Thing is still gonna give you what she gonna give you. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Girl, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. And y'all be safe. All right? Bye.